Hey Erna, I'm Chaz.
I'm Dan. Welcome to Wine Series Business. I don't know what number this is. I was too lazy to check. I don't think you guys really care either. We'll be back on track shortly.
300 and something.
Yeah, something like that. We're going to start out the show tonight with some samples sent to us by Dixie Huey, friend of Wine Series Business over at Trellis Growth Partners. They always send us these really sweet press packs. Really nice paper, good write-ups. Rain Dance Vineyards here is owners, I guess, have the hospitality legacy dating back to 1859, which is pretty cool. That is before Prohibition. So,
well before.
You know, their ancestors probably knew people that were growing grapes in the original wave of wine.
Yeah, I suppose
it's pretty crazy,
man.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I read through it.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
So that's okay.
We'll just cut that out. Yeah.
Yeah. So some long history there. They got a bunch of estate vineyards, live certified salmon safe. They said we tasted through the samples. We thought a couple of them were interesting and wanted to share them with you. So this is the rosé. Got to be 2016, right? I guess I didn't look at the front.
Yeah, this is 2016.
Yeah.
Estate Rosé from Nicholas Vineyard. I'm gonna guess this is Pinot Noir, but who knows? What does it say on it? What does it say in the papers, Dan?
Rosé of Pinot Noir.
All right.
$22 suggested retail price. Only 81 cases produced. So pretty small production wine.
Right.
And Nicholas Vineyard has been around for a while. I don't know it well, but I know it as a Riesling vineyard. I've had good Rieslings there from Anam Cara and from Petra.
Okay.
But I know some history with it. It's a cool place. I've had Pinot Noir from it, but don't have a sense in my mind for it. But let's get into the rosé.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds familiar, right? That when I saw the labels on these, the Nicholas Vineyard sounded totally familiar. So it's good to. Dan's totally right. Yeah, I've seen that.
Man, this is totally better already. So when we opened them and tasted them, they were just a little above cellar temp, so not warm.
Right.
But his remark right away was like, "I think this would be better, chilled down even further." Man, and even on the nose, it's dead on. I'm getting a lot more just like nice strawberry aromas.
Yeah, and the fruit's definitely coming out of it more. It's almost like underripe cherries, bit of like citrus, grapefruit.
Yeah.
And then got like some red, like maybe some raspberry, some strawberry in there too.
A little savory character in the background too. I'm getting like just a little bit of tobacco on there in the background, giving a little bit of structure. Yeah. So nice.
Like a lot, you can tell this is going to be an acidic wine based on the nose too. Like there's like sort of an acidic quality to it, and that's maybe like what hints to me for grapefruit. Yeah.
On the palate, that definitely comes through. A little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of that sweeter watermelon over the top. Not that this is necessarily a sweet wine, but the fruit has that character to it. I think, and again, right, this right at cellar temp, I think is a really good spot for that. Maybe a little below.
Yeah, I would say definitely refrigerate it. Like
Yeah.
for me, it was just the acidity when it was a little bit warmer. Mm-hmm. The acidity was overpowering, and here it's in a really nice place, right? It pairs really nice with the fruit flavors on the palate. It's got a load of acidity on the fish, almost like getting into a big, like drinking like some ruby red grapefruit juice, right? It's got that like kind of wallop of acid and a bit of like the skin almost. But tastes really nice. And
a little bit of that late, and I think that adds some good structure to. On the palate for me, it's really just full on watermelon, including the weight of the juice.
Agreed.
It really reminds me of it's that time of year. We're all eating some nice fresh watermelon.
We're eating a ton of watermelon. Yeah.
Yeah, and the flavors are really in line with this wine. That back end citrus, a little bit of peel gives it a little bit of structure. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely in a better place. Maybe a little bit of airtime, right? Like it's been open for 45 minutes too at this point.
That's probably true. Yeah.
But yeah, this one really came around. Just definitely try that out. So second wine we got here is the Rain Dance Estate Riesling, the Nicholas Vineyard 2016.
Fresh Riesling.
So you said we've had wines from this vineyard in the past from producers that we know and love, right? And Cara.
And Petra.
Yep. So here, well, let's pour last. But so it'll be interesting to see what they've done with it. So
right, and falling back on Chaz here, it sort of seems too easy, but he talked about pears a lot when we were we were checking this, make sure it wasn't corked and everything, and that's really coming through on the nose now, I think.
Yeah, like the sort of green pear descriptor here, like it's really easy to talk about green apple or like Granny Smith apples when you talk about ordering a Riesling. This doesn't initially have that aroma. It's definitely like more pears maybe a bit of Asian pear
Yeah,
juice.
totally. And something floral too. There's definitely like some floral in
A little
there.
hint of that, yeah. Like honeydew or something. I don't know. I can even say like honeydew melon, green melon. Yeah, it smells nice.
And not super ripe. These are all lighter, kind of restrained fruits too. Same thing on the palate, right? Nothing crazy going on, but just like a good mix of nice, delicate fruit flavors. We were talking about how when we're introduced to Rieslings that we aren't familiar with, we run into a lot of sharp edges or kind of awkward sweetness, and this is none of that. It's really well put together, and you get a little bit of what was suggested on the nose.
Right. Yeah, I would say like as far as like how this wine is packaged and how well it's put together, there's like no real gaps. Like it's very they've really kind of dialed the sweetness in here pretty well. The acidity's done really well. It's pretty balanced throughout. But the flavors are really linear, right? Like it's got the sort of that pear juice, maybe a hint of like green or orange melon, sort of in the mid palate, and then just sort of ends cleanly, ends kind of nondescript. Really no like sometimes with Oregon Rieslings they can kind of like be a little bit abrasive or a little bit edgy on the finish, and this isn't that. Like I would say this like a crowd pleasing sort of style, but it's not sweet and it's not dry. It's not like a lot of people have. You seem to run into a lot of people that take their Riesling a very certain way, right?
Yep.
Like as long as it's not sweet or as long as like whatever. And I think this could appease a lot of people.
That's a really good point too. Yeah. Your brain's firing on all cylinders. I think more than mine.
Yeah. No, it's. I just I wouldn't be afraid pouring this for anybody. Honestly, like it's I if I was any marks, I was going to give it low. It's just because like it's not like a showstopper Riesling. God, you don't run out and grab it. But like I would never be afraid to order this off a list. It's totally drinkable and totally delicious.
That's a great point. Yep. So, and if it was open at a party, I'd be drinking it for sure. Yeah. So
I really liked it.
So check it out. Yeah, if you see it around.
Yeah, it's got like a juicy sort of neat quality about it. So
yeah, they got a tasting room out in the valley, right out in Newburgh there. So if you're out in that area, see the sign, stop on in.
Yeah, and I plan on it. It's a pretty cool place. They're pretty cool wines.
Yeah. So, we're
thank you for the samples.
Yeah.
By the way, Trellis. So
absolutely
appreciate it. So.
Yeah. And we're gonna thank this guy too. This is from Guillen Family Vineyards. So Jesus Guillen, winemaker, White Rose, has also been a longtime supporter of Wine and Serious Business.
Thank you.
One of the nicest guys in the valley. I always love talking to him. It's really cool to see him getting out doing his own. I tasted this at the Cellar 503 event that he sells some of his wine through. I guess we can do the rinse, and was pretty impressed by it. And I've got that in the list of things I wanted to share. So. We made.
So he hooked you up with a sample on this too.
He did not, but
you purchased this for the show.
Yeah, but
cool.
but yeah, discount on it. So yeah, like to talk
it.
about it, and an already good price. This is 25, 26, 20, depending on where you buy it, but under $30 Pinot Noir. Yeah, which you don't see a lot of in the valley, and you definitely don't see a lot of from producers that have the kind of recognition that he's got.
Yeah, the pedigree. I mean, he makes some of the best wine in Oregon, right? So
right, yeah. Definitely some of the highest rated stuff. Very very popular out of White Rose, and he's been at it for years.
Yep, a lot of experience.
And
do we know where this fruit is from? Like it just says Willamette Valley. Is it kind of like a blend of stuff from all over the place, or do you? Talking from him, do you know? It doesn't really.
I don't recall off the top of my head, so sorry about that.
4 different vineyards. Yeah.
Okay, and he does two. He had 2 tiers above this to sell at the time, so this is definitely like the entry level wine.
Sure.
But that's part of I think what was so striking to me. So hopefully the wine on the table holds up to my previous experience. So.
Yeah, pretty color, real dark.
Just a little bit of oak on there too. It says only 5% new French oak, which is nice. So just a little kiss there.
And you said that was a change from his previous years, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't?
Sure
okay, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah,
that's
sorry. Yeah.
Right. Haha.
Yeah, it smells like Pinot Noir, right? Just nice.
Smells like good Oregon Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep, earth smashed red. Yeah, just nice dark red ripe cherries smashed into the dirt.
A bit of overripe strawberry. Definitely the earthy forest floor sort of aroma coming out of it. Dark earth.
Yeah. A little bit of leather. Okay.
Just a touch. Yeah. Sorry, not the forest floor. saw the look you gave me when I said that.
Well, I'm not really feeling that.
Yeah,
I feel like
no.
dirt, but
It was,
okay.
yeah, it's like
Go back.
I was just stepping it back. That just kind of rolled out of the mouth. It's definitely more like dark, fresh soil as opposed to the Forest 4 thing. Sorry, you can just cut the whole thing if you want. Whatever.
Probably that's okay.
Yeah,
Give that a taste.
yeah. The aroma is fantastic though. It
Yeah.
smells really good.
Starts out a little tart, getting that citrus, a little bit of raspberry early, but develops a really nice sense of depth and richness on the mid palate. Really
nice texture on the mid palate
really
too.
nice cherry fruits. Full acidity late. There are definitely some people that would hold that against it, but I don't think either one of us are those people. I feel like that provides some some great structure, some great support for those richer fruit flavors that show up.
It's interesting how, at least for the way I'm tasting it, it's got like a sort of strong, like it's strongly acidic very early on, and that acid kind of mellows out, and it just is like this really nice kind of like soft textured red fruit, cherry, a little bit of earth, a little bit of leather.
Yeah.
Like all those flavors that were in the nose are kind of coming through on the palate, especially as it like relaxes, like as you swallow it, and as the flavors are left on the tongue. And man, like it's got like just a nice little tannic grip. It's just weird how it's kind of the other way around from where you normally taste wines, where it's like kind of like that up front, and then the acid is like super late or maybe like in the middle. This is kind of a completely different approach, and took 2 or 3 tastes just to make sure that was actually happening. But the way this is built is super neat. Like I like this wine. Yeah.
And as I'm having more sips, it's also kind of striking to me in that 15 was the year that everybody had plenty of ripeness, and the structure here is definitely driven by acidity as opposed to the tannins.
Right.
The tannins are present, but the acidity is big and noticeable in the front and the back. But it works well to me, and I think the ripeness on the fruit of the mid palate.
Man.
Actually,
the texture on the mid palate.
My suspicion is that really I think this is a master stroke of blending. Is probably what went on here. Right. We had some really acidic wine. We had some richer wine. We put it together in just the right proportions, and man, it works. Man, it works.
Yeah, this is really good.
And
in the mid-20s price point, like this is compelling in that price point.
It really is. It's definitely of the 15s that I've had so far. I'm pretty sure it's the best one under $30 that I've tasted. I've heard a couple other people give me a couple suggestions, but I think you're with me now. Like 30 is definitely like the new 25, 26 or whatever, right?
Sure.
Where I used to say like maybe once the difference between 20 and 24 is really big, but the price has crept up on Oregon Pinot Noir, and I think if you can find high quality under 30 even, that's a big score, and usually a brand new producer. And he's kind of there, like his label's brand new, so I think that's part of where the good price comes. And it's nice to support guys doing it on their own too. So get online, order some of the wines,
try some of this. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
that's why we do the show, right? To try to find wines like this.
That's fun.
So
I'm really pumped because none of these you have had before, right? Like one I've had before.
Sure.
But it's fun to get into this new stuff.
Doing all the interviews we have, which have been fantastic, and I appreciate everyone for joining us for those. Man, I just been wanting to get back and drinking some like Oregon Pinot, pounding through like all the new producers and the stuff that's out there. Buy it, drink it, and share it with you guys. So look forward to doing that.
Yep, it's coming. Stay tuned.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yep. All right.